So, your uncle had a wooden neck, and as a girl, he used to stand by the light of a mumbling moon, up all night, picking splinters from the drapes. And your aunt, she had bronze kneecaps, and every summer you'd polish them, blinding hawks in the boiling barnyard sun. And your mother was a rodent who was addicted to ginger snaps and had a bad back, which you inherited from all those years and years on the night shift, scrubbing vats down at the Velveeta factory. And your father, he was the piggy bank, pink plastic and stuffed with corn chips, who worked in ladies' lingerie, spending Saturdays alone in the basement with his hand grenade collection. And your brother, he was a rope trick, slathered with axle grease, who vanished one day under the wheels of a traveling game show. Which brings us to your sister. Now, she was quite the firefly who burned down the town, but naturally they blamed you. And you, poor girl, had to leave on the hairy back of a giant toad. You later married, divorced, and remarried in Reno, Vegas, and Reno. You who all your life had to masquerade as a chubby slab of insecure fun. The girl who got good grades and loved to sing Patsy Cline's greatest hits, wearing nothing but her mother's best rhinestone tiara. Yes, back then you were very musical, and you would have gone far too if that accident hadn't changed everything. When the medication they prescribed produced those terrible side effects, which might explain the obsession you developed for antique shawls, pit bulls, and your unhealthy relationship with that semi-famous rodeo clown. Which more or less brings us up to right now. Now you feel finally pretty good about your life, except for your roommate who thinks she's you when you're not pretending to be her. And other than the occasional eczema outbreak and your asthma, which only flares up in Chinese restaurants, and your diabetic cat, and the student loan, things seem to be going pretty well. Even on those uncertain nights when you find yourself sleepwalking into the kitchen on a high wire, smoking a king-size menthol, dying to spend the remainder of your inheritance on half a jar of peanut butter and a handful of Toll House morsels and a 20-ounce Diet Coke. And just when you decide to finally stop searching for whatever it was that made it all turn out like this, you get the feeling that it's all probably still right here, stuck somewhere deep inside the hard white chill of your refrigerator, behind the instant energy packets, the tiny bottles of lime amnesia, back near the flavored pantyhose, and wobbly carrots, huddled close between a lost avocado and that really expensive lump of moldy imported cheese. Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm talking about, yeah? There it squats, the thing you pretend not to see every time you open that door. That long expired container of small curd, low fat, part skim cottage cheese with Acidophilus, waiting for you like a smiling ancient green whiskered surprise. And you realize that after all the broken berries and twisted soups, after all the stopped up drains and burnt pork promises, after all the cream-filled daddies and freeze-dried mommies, and all the polyunsaturated substitutes and organically grown alternatives, you're really not so alone as you sometimes like to think, standing there, dramatically illuminated by the low watt glow of an open fridge at 4 a.m. almost understood.